Kons podcast. Hit that like button, subscribe and share.
Yeah, what's up? Kons motherfucking podcast. You already know what it is. You know what it is. It's a Monday. You know what I'm saying? We back at it. Another week. Hopefully y'all had a good weekend. Hopefully y'all did everything you wanted to do over the weekend. It's October the 14th. A lot of shit been going on. Yeah. I hope I don't want to keep y'all too long. I know I always say that shit. Sometimes when I say that, I'll go 25 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. This all depends on how elaborate I want to get on talking about each subject, you feel me? But I ain't going to keep y'all too long. We're going to jump right into it. A lot of shit been going down over the weekend. A lot of politics and shit going on. We're going to get into a little bit of the bullshit, but we're going to talk about a lot of politics. Like I told y'all on Friday, I went a couple days without covering no politics shit. But to start the week off, we're going to kick it off with some politics shit. So over the weekend, first and foremost, so what we're going to go over on this episode, you feel me? Let's just get into that. We're going to talk about an armed shooter got arrested, you feel me? Trying to kill this nigga Trump for the third time. Somebody trying to assassinate this man. Hezbollah and Israel still going at it with the war. Hezbollah sent some drones to Israel that did some damage. We're going to touch on that. The U.S. is going to help Israel out by sending THAAD, THAAD, which is an acronym for Terminal High Altitude Area Defense. You feel me? Terminal High Altitude Area Defense. That's what the THAAD system is. It's the protective, what they call the Iron Dome, which is a bunch of rockets that fire off and destroy rockets that's coming into the city. So it's like a defense system. U.S. is sending Israel that. So that's Iran made a statement on that and pretty much threatened us as the U.S. and said, y'all better not get involved. Kanye has been accused of diddying a girl. When I say diddying, I mean, you feel me, drugging the drink. She passed out from it, and some shit took place while she was passed out. This was one of his assistants. Also, I think he's getting a divorce from, what's her name? Something Sensori, whatever her name is, his wife's name. I can't remember her first name. And then No Jumper had an incident with Ruga. Adam 22 kicked Ruga off the show. Sharp got fired. Flacco linking up with academics. That's just some of the things we're going to touch on, little 5 subjects real quick. So let's get into the first one. Donald Trump been caught. Somebody been arrested at a Donald Trump rally, next to a rally. I guess he was pulled over in a traffic stop. And it said he was suspicious, and they found a bunch of ammunition, passports. They found guns. He had a shotgun, a loaded pistol, all this shit in his whip. So they arrested him and shit. This is the third attempt that they feel. I don't know if this dude was planning to assassinate Trump, but he did have all that shit in his car. This is the third time somebody has tried to make an attempt to assassinate that man at one of these motherfucking rallies. You know what I'm saying? The world, I guess, is angry at Trump and wants the nigga dead.
Say the man arrested outside President Trump's California rally had loaded guns, fake passports, and tons of ammunition. We're learning that the 49-year-old suspect, who, by the way, was released on bail on Sunday, allegedly has ties to a fringe group the FBI says is anti-government. The sheriff now saying he believes his deputies, without question, stopped a third attempt on the former president's life. Kelsey's here with the very latest. Kelsey, what ended up sounding the alarm for police with this suspect?
Deputies started noticing irregularities in his statements. He was claiming he was a journalist allowed to go into the VIP area. So that is when law enforcement then found a fake license plate, weapons in his car. They also found multiple fake passports with different names on them. He also had a shotgun and a handgun with a high-capacity magazine and multiple boxes of ammunition. This was all in his car.
I don't know why. I don't get involved in politics. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of shit in society is steered, you know. I think that they're steering the world to kind of hate Trump right now. Yeah, because if we all remember, you know, Trump was being used a lot in hip hop. You feel me? A lot of niggas bars, rhymes and shit was including Trump, you know what I'm saying? Along with, you know what I mean? Along with a metaphor to like hustling, getting money, being rich. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas was using Trump in they lines and shit back in the day, but now all of a sudden we all supposed to be hating that nigga, I guess. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I guess he do incite a bunch of racism. He do make a lot of racist white people feel comfortable to come out to the world and let it be known that they're fucking racist. I'll definitely say that. But I do believe that society is definitely steering the world to hate the man. For sure. The next one is Hezbollah. So Hezbollah, they fired drones at Israel and killed one of their leaders. 4 soldiers is unalived and 67 is injured, according to the report.
It appears to be one of the deadliest attacks on Israel since the beginning of this war more than a year ago. 4 Israeli troops were killed in this drone attack fired by Hezbollah that struck an Israeli military base about 40 miles south of the Lebanese border. An additional 61 Israeli soldiers were injured in this incident, at least 8 of them in serious condition, according to Israeli authorities. And indeed, the Israeli military and its defense minister are vowing that they will investigate this incident because it appears that at least one of these drones fired by Hezbollah reached this base undetected. Now, as all of this is happening, the United States is also providing Israel with an additional air defense system, not necessarily to guard against those drones being fired by Hezbollah, but instead to guard against ballistic missiles being fired by Iran. The U.S. military now providing Israel with the THAAD system. This is an advanced anti-missile system. And in addition to that, they're also sending about 100 U.S. troops to Israel to operate that system. And it's notable, of course, because it comes at a moment of extremely heightened tensions between Iran and Israel, as Israel and the United States have been closely coordinating on what Israel's military response will be against.
So as you've seen, 4 is unalive, 67 is injured. They fired off, they used drones. Probably they're saying fiber optic drones because they didn't have no type of alert or no type of nothing to let them know that the drones was flying right into the building type shit. They didn't even know they were being attacked. They were under attack. The drone was on their way. They knew nothing about it. No alarm was set off or none of that type of shit. So now they're saying that the drones was more than likely made out of like a fiber optic, which is like a softer type of metal to get, I guess, by metal detectors or whatnot. So I don't know. They used some type of high tech drone to where they didn't even alert it. They defense systems didn't even see the shit. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely was a strike. That definitely was a detrimental strike, according to the news and everybody that's reporting it. Yeah, it's crazy that they really sent a drone over there and it was, you feel me, nobody seen it coming type shit, which is wild as fuck. So their defense system, I guess, is not working. So the U.S. is going to send over our defense system, which is what we call a THAAD, which is terminal, like I was talking about earlier, which is terminal high altitude area defense. It's a missile system that shoots up missiles and stops missiles from being rained down upon the city type shit. So the U.S. is stepping in and aiding them in that. And Iran has sent a warning to the U.S. pretty much telling us don't get involved with this shit.
Iran warned the U.S. to keep its military forces out of Israel. Those comments came in a post on the social platform X that has been long associated with Iran's foreign minister.
Or it's going to be bad for you type shit. You know what I'm saying? So they sending threats and shit. I keep telling y'all, you know what I'm saying? This World War III is brewing. Yeah, it's our allies. So we gonna back up Israel regardless. And you already know we don't fuck with Iran. Iraq, that's been a long going conflict between the U.S. and them. So It's only a matter of time, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all getting ready for this shit, because it's gonna happen. I know we've been talking about World War III for a long time in the news. You've been hearing that shit in front of your face so many times, so many different occasions, and it ain't happened. But this time it's for real. I think it's for real this time. I think they really for real. I think it's really finna come. According to conspiracies and shit, there's this big thing that talked about, they call a reset, which is something that's like an event in time where it's like a start over for like all of society. You know what I mean? So something big happens and wipe shit out type shit. And this World War III could be that. I mean, I hope it's not, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it could very well be that event. You know what I mean? Like the reset shit that these conspiracies is talking about. You know what I mean? A reset on civilization, society, everything. So that means something very catastrophic would have to take place and wipe millions out, and it'd be a fresh start for society and civilization. Apparently that's happened before in the history. You know, it's conspiracies tied to, that's how we got lost all dinosaurs and, you know, shit like that. Yeah, so the U.S. is sending over the help. Iran is saying, y'all niggas better not get involved, nigga. It's gonna be bad. Keep that shit in the Middle East. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can get involved if y'all want to. It's gonna be funky. If y'all try to get involved with this shit is between us. This is pretty much what Iran said about the United States. It's between us, so don't get involved, you know? Don't send your troops and all that shit, or else it's going down, you know? So with that being said, they making threats. We ain't gonna take that shit lightly. We from America, so we know how America get down. They ain't gonna take that shit too lightly. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm gonna keep covering this shit. I'm gonna keep talking about it. That shit happened. That shit happened over the weekend. They still funking, still conflicting. So, yeah, I don't know what's gonna come out of that, but let's hope it's not a World War III, but it's looking like World War III is definitely creeping on amongst us for sure. Kanye West is in the news. Accused had a assistant is now coming out and accusing him of diddying her. You feel me? When I say diddying her, that means she's claiming that she had a drink, and from this drink she became very drugged, very disoriented. The same shit we said we seen about Diddy's victims, you know? Same recipes, same MOs, same style of shit, you know what I mean? Drugging the drink, she sipped the drink, and all of a sudden you feel it very ill, very disorientated, very out of it, you know what I'm saying? And then you wake up, you don't know what the fuck happened. This is what she said, you know what I mean? But she blatantly said that he was sexually assaulting and he took advantage of her. Yeah, that's Kanye West. Man.
See, I'm confused because I thought Kanye called out the Diddy parties. I thought he called out Diddy. But it looks like he was a part of it because he's getting accused of some real heinous stuff by his former assistants. An 88-page document, too. Now, we all know there was a lot of stuff going down at Diddy parties, but I ain't seen no pictures of Kanye at no Diddy party, but I'm sure he definitely was at a few. You know what I'm saying? If his assistant was there with him, and you know what I'm saying, they had a baby oil on deck, and we know what was going down there. So I can't say this is definitely false, but I think she was accusing him of something before, and maybe that got thrown out. I can't really find any information on that. If anybody got any information, y'all gotta let me know, because there was definitely a situation between these two before that I'm not sure if it went to legal action. If it did, I think Kanye beat that case, and with him, you know what I'm saying, his current wife is divorcing him too, so Kanye may be the really first domino in the Diddy situation, Diddy case, to really fall, and nobody had that, but I could definitely see something bad coming, you know what I'm saying, for Kanye West.
I thought he was the nigga that was exposing Diddy, you know what I'm saying? I thought he was the nigga that was saying, you feel me, talking about the Diddy parties and putting that shit out there to the world, and you know what I mean, saying this and that, and exposing Lucian for being Drake's baby daddy and his sugar daddy. I mean, you know, he was talking all this type of shit, and then here you are getting accused of the same ass shit that you was talking about. You know what I mean? It's crazy as fuck. These rap celebrities, stars, and superstars in Hollywood world, man, they are weird ass niggas to me. I don't know, these niggas is fucking weird. You know what I mean? They getting hit with all this sexual assault and taking advantage of women and drugging them up with drinks, and you know what I mean? It's just scumbag shit, you know, it's weirdo shit. You feel me? And all these celebrities is doing this shit because they got the money and think they can get away with the fuck shit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, also I think his wife is also divorcing him. What is her name, man? I know it's something Sensori. Let me see what her name is real quick. Yeah, Bianca Sensori. Yeah. Yo, so check it out. If you enjoying this content and you like the way this video going, man, hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you comment on it, what you think about it and all that shit. And share this shit. Share it. You know what I mean? Hit that share button. Put it on your Facebook. Put it on your Snapchat and all that shit. You feel me? But yeah, just a quick little insert. We can get back to the video. And as I type that in, I'm seeing all kind of other stories pop up around Bianca Sensori. This is just a headline. New York Post said Kanye West told his wife, Bianca Sensori, that he wanted to have sex with her mom while she watched. Oh, that mercy. With her mom? That's your wife you talk about. that's your mother-in-law. Like, what? These niggas is weird, man. These niggas is weird, man. Yeah, so just finding out her name, that's what came up. And along with her assistant, whose name is Lauren Pisciota, she filed a 86-page document with all allegations against Kanye West. 86 pages. But like I said, it's only a matter of time. Diddy gonna sing. He not gonna go down by herself. Also, Diddy news, the court, I think, is scheduled to take place in May of 2025. That's when he gonna go to court. That's when that shit's gonna start. Yeah, and he gonna take everybody down for sure. He gonna start pointing out tapes. He gonna start pointing. I bet he got them numbered. I bet he know what tapes is what on what tape for sure. I bet he gonna start pointing them shits out in the courtroom for sure. Tape number 87, yeah, that's me, Jay-Z, J-Lo, you feel me? Tape number 94, that's fucking, you'll find LeBron on there doing some things with probably another man, and he got all the footage, all this tape. They said like 100 terabyte or some ridiculous shit. If y'all don't understand tech, you feel me? A terabyte is 1,000 fucking gigs. You know what I'm saying? This nigga had 100 terabytes. That's a lot of data. That's a lot of memory being stored of footage that can prosecute people that you have allegations against, and footage of motherfuckers doing weird shit. That's a whole lot of gigs. That's a whole lot of data. You know what I'm saying? A gig is already a lot. You feel me? Yeah, a gig is already a lot. So yeah, this man had all that footage stored away. You know what I'm saying? On these cameras all over his house or whatnot. Yeah, so that's Kanye. It's all bad for him. No Jumper. So No Jumper has some drama going on. I don't really talk about No Jumper on here because I'm not sure if a lot of people that watch my shit fuck with No Jumper. I don't know. But it's something that I watch from time to time. And I've said this shit about Adam 22 before. But what went down... So as you see in that little clip, you know what I'm saying? What went down, Ruger came on there and wanted to address some shit with Adam 22 about, he said something about Wooski, and I guess he had talked to Adam prior to that and said he didn't want to talk about that, but then Adam brought it up anyway type shit in an interview with somebody. I don't think it was Ruger, but it was somebody or some shit like that. And Wooski is somebody that King Von beefed with out in Chicago, another Chicago rapper. Somebody, I guess, allegedly, somebody from King Von's camp or King Von, I don't know, had shot Wooski. But he lived though. He got shot in the head. King Von made all kind of lyrics and shit going against that shit. But that was their beef. They had beef, you know what I mean? I think a lot of these fans that are fans of the Chicago music, they listen to these beefs and shit and hear a motherfucker say, fuck this person, and then they want to say, fuck that person. You know, and they're not even in the beef, you know what I mean? So that shit leads to a lot of problems, you know what I'm saying? A lot of real beef could come to you for doing some shit like that. So Ruger came on No Jumper. Had to get removed by security and shit. Adam told him to leave because Ruger was pretty much saying, like, nigga, you need to catch my fade, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Defend my man. Platform and let them convince you. You can try to convince people that you tough and you this and that.
When have I ever acted like I was tough?
On some real shit. Just speaking on street shit to get you up. I'm telling you that.
I'm just gonna let you know I'm good with the vague threats.
You ain't.
Yes.
You ain't.
Unless you're gonna do something,
you wouldn't.
I don't want to hear it.
Do you want to fight?
No.
I ain't shut the up.
Then why are you on the podcast?
Of course, Adam wasn't with the shit. You know, he like, yeah, I'm not gonna fight you. Blah, blah, blah. Talking about that, he was telling him that shit would be for clout and shit and this and that. Bunch of words being said. Ruger called him a bitch. He saw, and he was telling him like, keep street shit out the podcast. You know what I mean? And which is something that I also said a while ago about Adam 22. You know, like, you got a dope platform over there, you know what I'm saying? But keep the street shit out. Like, you fucking with gang members, pimps, you know what I mean? All these niggas that you're interacting with, and you're getting yourself involved in their crash out, in their drama, in their beef. You feel me? And like, you're a white boy from the suburbs. Like, I understand you fascinated with the lifestyle, you fascinated with the gang shit. That's cool. But don't involve yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't involve yourself. So I guess Wooski or somebody was on the show that's tied to Wooski, and Adam asked him something that has something to do with Wooski that didn't have nothing to do with dude he was interviewing. You know what I mean? And then Adam, he said something, some King Von lyrics. Like I said, King Von and Wooski was beefing, so he said some type of King Von lyrics that was disrespectful to him. And then Ruger and people that's cool with Wooski and shit, of course they're gonna have something to say type shit. But Adam 22 needs to stop kind of vulturing, you know what I mean? I don't know, your platform is big, it's huge and all that, and you do your thing, but you gotta stop involving yourself in the street shit. That's gonna really get you fucked up. Just like Ruger was saying, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta agree with him on a lot of shit he was saying. I mean, you just can't involve yourself in that shit if you're not really in that shit. Why involve yourself with that shit? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, some people, when it comes to content, it's like a fucking drug to some people. You know what I mean? They look at that shit like it's fucking heroin, and they do whatever to get on. You feel me? Like this movie I watched last night called Apartment 7A. You know what I'm saying? It's a new movie that hit on Paramount, horror flick. She was willing to just kind of do anything to kind of just get on and get to that spotlight. Like, she was willing to do any fucking thing, and I mean anything. You feel me? To some people, they just so itchy to just get on, to go viral, to have some crazy content that's gonna go viral. Go in the street and do some stupid shit to somebody that's gonna go viral. Like, man, look, I'm not into none of that shit. I'm never gonna, if I'm doing some shit outside, then it ain't gonna be no dumbass shit that's gonna offend somebody, upset somebody, or in any way. I'm not with none of that for the sake of content. You know what I mean? I'm not with none of that shit. I'm a real, like, I've been through real street battles. I've been around real street dudes, like, and it's just not my way. I don't want to poke at someone for the sake of my own content. I think that's kind of scumbaggish. You know what I mean? Yeah. Also, Sharp got fired. He fired Sharp. Sharp was somebody that worked at No Jumper. He's a known pimp. He been in the pimp game. So Sharp was saying, he didn't like the way that he talked to females and shit on his podcast. Yo, you hired a pimp, and then you're mad at the way he talks to females. I just don't understand. I don't get it. Like, you hired a pimp, and then you mad how he talks to women on your podcast. You know what I'm saying? Self-explanatory. I don't know. Like, you should have known. I mean, you should have known this shit was coming. But that's you. That's your vultureness coming out and showing. You feel me? Like, your vulture is showing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, because that's what that is. Like, that's just something that you wanted for content, but you didn't realize what it was going to come with type shit. You know what I'm saying? Flacco, I don't know what's going on between him and Adam, but Flacco is a nigga who worked at No Jumper also, but he been venturing off. I seen him on Academics and shit. He was on Academics podcast talking, and then linked up with him for something. I don't know. I seen something he linked up or something like that. But I don't know, man. I think No Jumper's gonna crash out. I think it's gonna fall. I don't know. I mean, I just think it's gonna fall. I think people are starting to realize and understand what's going on there. You know what I mean? It's just a bunch of ratchetry. You know what I'm saying? And then if you a dude or a nigga who been through some shit, you don't really, you want to get up out of that. You don't really want to stay in the ratchet ass environment dealing with ratchet ass shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? If you somebody who really been through that, you want to get the fuck up out of that shit. You feel me? Like Brick Baby. Brick Baby is a nigga that work at No Jumper from 6-0. But he's passed a lot of bullshit. But the bullshit definitely follows that nigga. He's in the middle phase of like branching off from like a street dude to like being a podcaster and media personality. You know what I'm saying? So he's like in the middle of transitioning, you know what I mean, right now. Yeah, man. And No Jumper is a dope show, you know what I mean? But definitely he needs to just kind of leave the street shit alone. Like don't talk about niggas in the street. Don't talk about these street rappers. Because eventually somebody gonna get at you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna really feel a way about what you said, and then somebody gonna really come up there and get at you for real. And you Adam, you ain't built like none of that. You not a thug, gangster. You ain't been around it. You ain't lived it. None of that type of shit. Like you not tough. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, it's only a matter of time before more people realize it's gonna be more dead niggas like Ruger coming up there, you know what I'm saying, getting in your face about type shit, you feel me? Yeah. So, vultures out here need to watch that shit, definitely. You know what I'm saying? His channel is definitely feeding off of black culture for sure. Yeah, he eats off that shit, definitely. Yeah, that's about it for today. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this shit up. Few little topics touching on. World War III definitely brewing. I keep telling y'all, man, I hope y'all listening. You know what I mean? I hope y'all paid attention. The proof is out there. All you gotta do is look for it. You know what I mean? The proof is definitely there. All you gotta do is type the shit in YouTube. War in Israel, war Iran, war Iraq, war Palestine, Gaza, war. Type it in, you feel me? Look it up for yourself. Fact check me. You know what I'm saying? Look all this shit up that I'm telling you. Look it up for yourself type shit. You feel me? But hopefully you heard it right here first, though. You know what I'm saying? Kanye getting caught up with his assistant. You know what I mean? Diddy in her. You feel me? Hitting her with the Diddy things. You know what I mean? The drug and the drink and all that type of weirdo ass shit. Hezbollah, firing fiber optic fucking drones that can't be read on a fucking defense system type shit. Hitting targets. Apparently they killed some leader. They killed some leader of Israel. They got with that drone strike. Yeah, and then an armed shooter was arrested. You know what I'm saying? At the Trump rally. Wild as fuck. Third time somebody tried to assassinate that man Trump at a rally. Yeah, and Iran is threatening us not to get involved with this shit, but we gonna get involved. It's only a matter of time. We already sending them a defense system. You feel me? So. Yeah, man. But yeah, that's all I got for today, though, on a Monday. It's Kons motherfucking podcast. You know what I mean? I hope I didn't keep y'all too long. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whatever you doing, tell somebody about it. You know what I mean? If you at work, tell somebody about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Tell everybody. You feel me? Tell your grandmas, mothers, sisters, cousins and shit, little brothers and shit. At school, tell people about the shit. You know what I'm saying? You go to school, you go to college. Tell me about the shit, you know what I'm saying? Tell everyone, feel me? But yeah, though, it's Kons motherfucking podcast, though. Stay tuned. I'll talk to you niggas. Come on.
Just like subscribe and share.
I'm telling you that.
I'm just gonna let you know I'm good with the big threats. Yes.
You ain't.
Unless you're gonna do something.
Content.
Do you want to fight? No. I ain't saying shut the fuck up.
Then why are you on the podcast?
You hate me, don't you? You hate me, don't you?
constant content.
You hate me, don't you? You hate me, don't you?
Kons motherfucking podcast.
You hate me, don't you? You hate me, don't you?
Constant motherfucking content.
You hate me, don't you? 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 You hate me, don't you?